song I wrote if I died. I was on the 50 mile doing 9-5. Beating the pussy like he ain't got 9 lives. And I'm high, mix a rock and some blunts, cause you only live once.
In an era of rap dominated by trap beats and auto-tuned hooks, one young artist from Brooklyn dared to take a different path. One paved with raw lyricism, 90s boom bap revival, and the spirit of hip-hop's golden age. That artist is Vaughn Virginie Scott, better known by his stage name, Joey Bada. Joey Badass was born on January 20, 1995, in the East Flatbush section of Brooklyn, New York. His roots run deep into the Caribbean. His mother is from St. Lucia and his father from Jamaica. That cultural heritage shaped his worldview early, instilling in him a sense of identity that would later bleed into his lyrics. Growing up in a melting pot of hip-hop history and Caribbean flavor, Joey was a quiet observer, absorbing everything from Biggie to Bob Marley, Nas to Damian Marley, Wu-Tang Clan to Lauryn Hill. The streets of Brooklyn were tough, but they were also sacred ground for someone like Joey, who treated hip-hop like religion. Joey attended Edward R. Murrow High School, initially as an actor in their drama program. Acting was his first creative love. He was expressive, theatrical, and had a natural presence. But as fate would have it, the stage would soon give way to the mic. Around age 11, Joey began writing poetry. That quickly evolved into rhymes, and before long, he was battling in school lunchrooms.
I said I live on climbing these spitting hot meteorology. Part of me for my greatness, my apologies, and now I don't need this Twitter shit for these to follow me.
Scribbling bars in notebooks and uploading raw freestyles online under the name JOV. At age 15, Joey co-founded the hip-hop collective Pro Era with his high school friends, most notably Capital Steez, a brilliant and philosophical rapper who would become Joey's closest collaborator. The group wasn't just about music, they were about a message. Pro Era, short for Progressive Era, aimed to bring back the essence of old-school lyricism with modern energy. Joey quickly became the face of this movement, and in 2012, at just 17, he dropped his debut mixtape, 1999, a nostalgic masterpiece with jazz-infused beats and razor-sharp rhymes.
I'm so fly, I'm competing with the Air Force. I'm the new G6, tell them I declare war.
It introduced Joey to the world as a prodigy with the soul of a veteran. Songs like Waves and Survival Tactics weren't just good, they were legendary. Hip-hop heads couldn't believe someone so young could spit like that. Overnight, blogs, magazines, and even legends like Mac Miller, Q-Tip, and DJ Premier started paying attention. But as Joey's star was rising, tragedy struck. On December 24, 2012, Capital Steez took his own life. The loss of his best friend devastated Joey and shook the foundation of Pro Era. Steez wasn't just a rapper, he was a visionary, a spiritual guide. His death left a hole that Joey would carry for the rest of his life. In interviews, Joey described feeling guilt, confusion, and a sense of cosmic imbalance. But instead of retreating, he pushed forward, channeling that pain into purpose. In 2015, Joey released his debut studio album, Bada, a clever play on his name, and a symbol of who he was before the fame. It dropped on his 20th birthday and debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200. With tracks like Paper Trails, Big Dusty, and Like Me, Joey showcased his lyrical depth and his social awareness.
I'm the nigga that you see when you in the mirror. Say my name 5 times, this what I deliver.
Some critics said it lacked the magic of 1999. Others praised its maturity and ambition. Joey was evolving from teenage phenom to conscious artist. Shortly after, he stepped into acting. In 2016, Joey landed a recurring role on Mr. Robot, with admiration playing Leon, philosophical, streetwise, funny, but deep. No formal acting training, but Joey nailed it. His performance? Natural, nuanced, charismatic. It wasn't just a cameo, he belonged on screen. The role opened doors, but it also gave Joey a new way to process his emotions. But Joey's lifestyle, it's more mental than material. He believes in self-discipline, growth, and the power of manifestation. In interviews, he's talked about vision boards, journaling, fasting. At one point, he was waking up at 5 a.m. daily just to focus on his creative spirit. "I want to be a better version of myself every day," he once said. That mindset has become the foundation of everything he does. And that spiritual side, it's not just private. It bleeds into his music, his interviews, and especially how he shows up in the world. Joey isn't afraid to speak up. He isn't afraid to get political, building intensity. His 2017 album, All American Badass, wasn't just music. It was a movement. Angry but controlled, a direct hit on police brutality, racial injustice, and systemic oppression. Songs like Land of the Free and Temptation. They weren't just powerful, reverent, they were prophetic. The album was inspired by the deaths of unarmed black men, and Joey felt a responsibility to use his platform for activism. It was personal, it was painful, it was necessary. Babylon, a standout track on the album, captured his raw emotion after the death of Freddie Gray. Joey wasn't just rapping, he was mourning, protesting, and healing through sound. Critics praised the album's boldness, and fans saw a new side of him, a man willing to risk commercial success for the truth. And still, songs like Devastated became his biggest hits, proving that Joey could mix consciousness with catchiness. By 2018, Joey had done it all, top charts, acted in hit shows, and stayed true to his roots. But behind the scenes, he was going through a transformation. He became a father, a milestone that grounded him even more. That same year, tragedy struck again. XXXTentacion, another young artist Joey had bonded with and collaborated with, was murdered. The two had planned a joint project that would never materialize, and Joey was once again reminded of how fleeting life is. Joey continued to work and create. In 2019, he joined the supergroup Beast Coast, combining forces with Flatbush Zombies and the Underachievers. Their debut album, Escape from New York, was a celebration of East Coast unity, psychedelic beats, and lyrical chemistry. Joey stood out, as always, not just as a rapper, but as a leader among peers. That same year, he acted in multiple shows like Grown-ish and Boomerang, and even briefly portrayed Inspector Deck in Wu-Tang: An American Saga. His versatility was undeniable. In 2020, he starred in the Oscar-winning short film Two Distant Strangers, a time-loop thriller about police violence. The role was so emotionally taxing that Joey went to therapy afterward. It wasn't just acting, it was trauma reenacted. And he wasn't getting paid, he did it for the message. In 2021, Joey took on perhaps his most high-profile role, Unique, in Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. As a ruthless yet charming drug kingpin, Joey shocked critics with his performance. He didn't just act the role, he became it. And suddenly, people who didn't even know he rapped were calling him one of TV's best villains. But music was never far behind. In 2022, Joey finally dropped his third studio album, 2000, a spiritual sequel to 1999, where his debut mixtape was hungry and gritty. 2000 was refined, elegant, and wise. Joey said the album reflected his current self, confident, healthy, and emotionally clear. And that journey is still ongoing. As of mid-2025, Joey Badass continues to tease new music, expand his acting career, and use his platform to speak boldly on social justice and community issues. He's not chasing fleeting trends, he's building a lasting legacy. For Joey Badass, it was never just about fame. It has always been about elevating his people, honoring his fallen brothers and staying authentic in a world full of masks and filters. His story isn't just inspiring, it's rare. In an industry that often devours its young stars, Joey Bada has managed to stay grounded, independent, and fiercely intentional. From lunchroom freestyles to sold-out international tours, from Oscar-winning roles to critically acclaimed TV performances, he's done it all without ever compromising his soul. And that's why Joey Bada is more than just a rapper. He's a voice. He's a mirror. He's a movement.